But football jerseys have gone expensive. You know, if I get that, I'm definitely wearing it to a date.
But you will always, Hey, don't you, ladies, if your man's coming to dinner in a 2,500 rand shirt, you better not be complaining. Yeah, come on.
Maybe he left the school before the mentality class was in.
The school of Pep Guardiola, trophy winning. He missed the semester that was actually how you win the trophies.
Yeah, he missed this.
It's how you make a good football team. That he learned.
Yeah,
but how to win trophies, he skipped that course.
Yeah, he skipped. He left too early.
The way I feel right now, give the boy the Ballon d'Or.
If they win Champions League, they win La Liga, he's definitely in contention.
If Manchester United qualify for Champions League and Portugal win the World Cup, just give it to Bruno Fernandes. Pirates, top of the Betway Premiership, Sundowns somehow scraped through to the semis of the CAF Champions League, and Manchester City win the Water Buffalo Cup. This is Black and White Boots. My brother, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, Manchester City fans, the studio's all in blue for you.
Of course.
For the Sky Blues, the Carabao Cup.
Well deserved.
Yeah, quadruple talk shut down early stage. At first time of asking, sorry, quadruple's not happening.
We move into a treble.
Speaking of trebles, no trebles in South African football. That's out the window. Obviously, when Sundowns and Pirates left the Nedbank Cup, there's still an opportunity for a double for one team, though. I mean a proper double. Like, I'm not talking a MTN 8 and Carling knockouts double.
Okay. Look, I mean, for Pirates, there's still a treble on the cards.
Well, they've already won a treble, right? Is MTN 8, Carling knockout, and Carling Cup.
If you
count the Carling Cup.
If you count the Carling Cup, yeah.
So the Carling knockout,
I think
because it's multiple games.
Yeah, MTN 8, Carling knockout, and possibly the league. That's
a domestic treble.
It will be a domestic treble.
Yeah, but it's not the anything special treble because of the Nedbank Cup.
In a South African context, it's massive because not many team has done that. I think it's only Orlando Pirates. They've done it back to back. So yeah, it's in a South African context. It's massive. But I stand to be corrected. I can't remember any other team winning 2 trophies in a season.
Right now, Sundowns, no Nedbank Cup available for them either, but they threw in the CAF Champions League.
Yeah.
And an Egyptless CAF Champions League.
Yeah.
Al Ahly gone. Pyramids gone.
But then again, Al Ahly was knocked out by ES Tunis.
And they're a good side.
They are a good side.
They must be the favorites now at this point.
They are favorites, and they're playing Sundowns in the semis. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting fixture.
Yeah.
Yes, we are excited for Mamelodi Sundowns that your Al Ahly's and Pyramids out. Look, South Africans are quite happy. I don't know about Kaizer Chiefs and these guys here, but if we're looking at it from a footballing perspective,
it's good for South African football if Sundowns win the CAF Champions League.
Yeah, definitely.
Overall. Surely it just bodes well
something
for us, and it will be good for Bafana. It will be good for all those things for the sort of confidence.
If you take the Benta outside of it, of this, it's definitely good for South African football. But I think Mamelodi Sundowns have got a challenge now against ES Tunis. But I mean, they lost 2-0, but they have done the first job at home.
Right.
They've done half the job at home. That 3-0 was very, very critical for Mamelodi Sundowns.
As it turned out, it was key.
It was very key because they went on to lose 2-0. And when I look at that match, unfortunately, I was in between games because it was playing at the same time as
the Carabao Cup.
Mm-hmm. That match looked more physical than tactical for me. And I think I would like to think the reason behind it was because of the extreme heat, because I think it was almost like 39 degrees or something like 40 degrees, which I feel like
It's difficult to
it's
play.
difficult to play, and for a team like Mamelodi Sundowns, they're not gonna have the fluidity. They're not gonna play their kind of football that we know them to. So I think it was a very, very challenging and a physical game for Mamelodi Sundowns. As the results are like 2-0. Luckily for them, they've done enough in the first leg.
So once again, in the semi-finals of CAF Champions League, if I'm not mistaken, it's again a home and away fixture,
yes.
2 legs, and then to qualify for the final, which is then played on a neutral ground.
No, it's still back,
2 legs.
It's back to home and away.
The final?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got a CAF Champions League semi-final coming up, home and away, going to be critical to have a win here in Pretoria, so as not to have to go win in Tunisia. And then anything can happen once you're through to the final.
Yeah, anything can happen. It's ever who wants it more on the day.
So that near collapse, do we see a near collapse for Mamelodi Sundowns in the league? Is this an opportunity, especially on the back of a big win for Pirates?
To be quite honest with you, and I said this before, it's Mamelodi Sundowns towards the end of this season. Yeah, you can't bet against them dropping points. It will be very, very difficult for Mamelodi Sundowns to drop points. It's possible, but Pirates will be hoping that Mamelodi Sundowns can at least drop points there and there. But I doubt it's gonna be that easy.
Right. There's 7 games left for Mamelodi Sundowns? It's 9 games. 9 games left for Mamelodi Sundowns. 8 games left for Orlando Pirates. What that means, as things stand, is that if Pirates are to win their remaining 8, Mamelodi Sundowns will have to avoid defeat completely,
or a draw.
And if they'd have to win all 9,
they have to win.
They still have to win all 9 to guarantee a spot.
Yeah,
because of this Orlando Pirates goal difference now after the big win against TS Galaxy.
Yes.
We don't see that goal difference being spun around.
You never know. Anything is possible. Mamelodi Sundowns could be in a similar situation as Orlando Pirates was, when a player gets sent off in the first few minutes of the game and it just opens up for you.
What do you think this does for Orlando Pirates to be sitting top of the league? Okay, yes, it's because of the extra game played, but to be sitting top of the league going into the FIFA international break.
You have to just push that pressure to your immediate rival. And that's what Orlando Pirates did. And hence I was saying that if you are going to try and topple Mamelodi Sundowns off that Betway Premiership Championship, you are going to have to push them all the way. And this is the way to do it. And we've seen how the goal difference was just almost the same. And going into that game, you get TS Galaxy get a red card. You are Orlando Pirates. You one of the best teams in terms of creating chances. You have to convert those chances and try and narrow and increase your goal difference rather. And Pirates did just that, which helps them in the chase in the league, because it might just boil down to goal difference. You have to. We've been saying this week in week out that Orlando Pirates needs to start converting their chances if they are gonna stand a chance to topple Mamelodi Sundowns, and they've done just that.
I think this is the first season I've seen Orlando Pirates as a team being that side that creates more opportunities than Mamelodi Sundowns. I think Sundowns have always been the side in recent history in South African football who create chances. They've just been clinical in converting those chances, whereas Orlando Pirates this season, they've been creating so many chances. But to take those opportunities that you create is going to be the difference between winning the league and finishing second.
No, true. No, definitely.
Kaizer Chiefs, they have to be favourites for third place now. 2 games in hand on Amazulu, who's ahead of them by a point. They're currently in fourth.
And there's something weird about Kaizer Chiefs. When the pressure is off and no one is like concentrating on them, they're out of CAF.
Then they can go about their way.
They go about their way and they just collect points. And that's exactly what was the case in the beginning. I don't know if the pressure is just too much for the players or it's just one of those where it's just maybe a coincidence. But I just feel like when the pressure is a little bit less, they tend to do better. And we've seen how they just eased into getting maximum points with that 2-0 victory.
That's the heaviest shirt in South African football.
Yeah.
The Kaizer Chiefs shirt.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a heavy shirt.
There's no doubt about that.
And yeah, maybe it's good that no one's paying attention to Kaizer Chiefs right now, at least until the next Soweto derby.
Yeah, which comes
until
a
that
bit
fixture
later,
against Sundowns. The fixture against Sundowns, there's eyes on them as well.
Which coming first? If you can just check for us there.
So hard to see. I wish we could just Google it, right?
Yeah, bro, you can't see anything on Google that has to do with PSL these days. I don't know what they did.
Who they signed a deal with.
But something happened there.
Something happened there. Chiefs' next fixture is against Orbit College. And then TS Galaxy, Magezi, Polokwane City, Orlando Pirates on the 25th of April.
Pirates comes first.
That's right. And then on the 6th of May is the Sundowns fixture. It'll be one of the last games of the season, it looks like. It's right at the end there. There's a couple more still coming. But yeah, 6th of May, the 23rd of May is the final day of the season where Sundowns will be playing Polokwane City and Orlando Pirates will be playing Orbit College. Won't it be fun to be all of us watching those games on the 23rd of May and still not knowing who's going to win?
To be interesting. Look, for the neutrals, it's going to be interesting. You know, if you are one of, if you support either Pirates or Mamelodi Sundowns.
You don't want that. You want it to be wrapped up before then.
You want going to that league. You want to go to that match knowing that a victory guarantee you a championship.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But, or even have the championship wrapped up and the last game is a formality.
It's a formality.
Right.
But yeah, for football reasons, I think that makes it a stellar of a last fixture.
Yeah, that should be a good one. So of course the Orlando Pirates versus Kaizer Chiefs match coming up on the 25th of April. It's like round about 1 month from today.
Oof.
That's the next Soweto derby.
It's gonna
thick and fast now.
Yeah, look, the games. I mean, after this international window, international break rather, I think games are gonna be coming thick and fast.
And then the concern will be for Mamelodi Sundowns to make up the fixtures because they've still got CAF competition to worry about.
First leg, I think, is the weekend of the 10th and the 11th, and the second leg follows the weekend of the 17th and I think 18th for the semi-finals of CAF Champions League.
And that's where Mamelodi Sundowns are going to be playing their catch-up fixtures during the week, midweek.
That's it. And they will be complaining about it as well. So, yeah, it's tough.
It's tough, but that's what success brings.
That's what it brings, and that's what everybody has to go through. Pirates have gone through it. All of us have gone through it. So that's the reality of the matter. It's unfortunate that we are not in the same geographical conditions as Europe, where the countries are close to each other and there's easy way of transport. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Of course, we are talking about FIFA international break. Bafana.
Against Panama, is it Panama?
Panama.
Yeah, it's Panama.
Yeah, Panama.
Of Panama Papers.
Yeah, it's 2 friendlies against Panama on the 27th. That's this coming Friday. And the Tuesday, the 31st. That's next week, Tuesday. Both fixtures against Panama here in South Africa. I don't know. I can't see here which stadiums these fixtures will be played at.
Let me just check on SAFA. Maybe they would have announced, but
either way, 2 fixtures against Panama, 2 friendlies, getting some information on the squad ahead of the World Cup. This is the first set of friendly matches ahead of the World Cup, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But do you think, and I think that will be it for us, eh? After that, there won't be any.
It will only be the tournament fixtures, right?
Yeah.
There'll be probably 2 friendlies just before the tournament starts.
Yeah. Yeah, but what do you think of us playing one team twice? Do you think it was what are the advantages? Are there any? I don't think there is any. I think
it's just what was available to them. I think that South Africa is a difficult place to come to for international countries to come and travel to play.
Yeah.
So I guess Panama were like, if we're going to come to all the way to South Africa, we'll play them twice. But surely they could have organized the fixture against a Zambia or Botswana or something like that. They didn't have to play against Bafana Bafana twice.
Yeah, because I was like,
surely we could have played at some African opposition as well. But I suppose that's maybe the benefit, is playing a South American team twice before we go play against Mexico.
trying to get the SAFA page. Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, I mean, look, South Africa's first opposition in the World Cup is Mexico. And maybe the best possible preparation for that is to play against another South American opposition. And even if we have to play them twice, it maybe gives us a better idea of how we're best suited to take on South American opposition at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Bafana Bafana aren't used to playing international fixtures of late. That's international beyond the continent.
Yeah, that's why
all our games have been against African teams.
Yeah,
in recent
the last
years.
time I think we played like a serious opposition was France
in a friendly match.
Yeah, in a friendly match.
Yeah,
and then we got
but that's what I'm saying. It's like we haven't played a competitive match across the continent in a very long time.
Yeah, so those games are going to be played at Moses Mabhida Stadium. That's, I think, on Friday.
Friday the 27th, that's Friday, yeah.
And then DHL Cape Town Stadium, and that's, I think,
next week Tuesday,
yeah.
7:30.
Yeah.
That should be a fun one.
Yeah, that should be fun. Moses Mabhida is always a job.
Always a good one.
Yeah, it's always a good one.
And a Friday night.
Friday night, look, I mean, I think it's going to be, it should be a good turnout for.
Are we getting in the car going down?
Nah.
Not for a friendly against Panama.
Not for a friendly against Panama.
If it was at FNB, maybe.
If it was up here in Johannesburg, yeah, maybe I would have.
I think I would have made a plan.
I would make a plan, yeah. But yeah, driving there as well, it's quite a slip.
And the biggest news in South African international football with regards to Bafana Bafana is Adidas' new range of jerseys.
Yeah.
They look great.
They look great.
This is not a disappointment, because
it's not.
We went from a great set of Le Coq Sportif shirts, having only really played much in the yellow one, which was the most boring of the Le Coq Sportif kits. Now, what Adidas have done for the World Cup jerseys is great.
That's clean, man.
The green one in particular.
Yeah. Look, I think it's what I like about it. It's world class. That they didn't take Bafana lightly, and I don't think Adidas has ever taken Bafana lightly. And the jerseys are with the rest. You know, if you look at Argentinian jersey, you know, it's as good as Bafana's jersey. You know, I think Adidas did a very, very stellar job.
Well done to Adidas, because we all know that you're not going to sell as many Bafana jerseys as you're going to sell Argentina jerseys.
Of course.
You'll sell more Bafana jerseys in South Africa than Argentina jerseys, but only just. You're still going to sell a lot of Argentina jerseys here, whereas the whole world's buying Argentina jerseys.
No, not true.
So anyway, compliments to Adidas and the team there on these Bafana jerseys. Be sure to send us a couple. Please. We'll send you our sizes.
Please, Adidas. Yo, that would be dope.
We'll send you our sizes.
Have you seen the price, bro?
So
my whole salary.
There are the replica jerseys.
Yeah, the replica are slightly better.
$1,500.
$1,500.
But then those authentic jerseys are $2,500. But it's a step up, man.
Yeah.
I like those authentic jerseys.
Yeah, true. But football jerseys have gone expensive. You know, if I get that, I'm definitely wearing it to a date.
But you will always, Hey, don't you, ladies, if your man's coming to dinner in a 2,500 rand shirt, you better not be complaining. Come on, step it up.
That's a whole wardrobe for a year from Shein. Anyway,
brother.
Yeah.
We've been putting it off. We've spoken about South African football, CAF Champions League, etc. Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Is it an energy drink? Is it a lager? Is it a beer? What is Carabao? What's going on with this? It's Energade, it's Castle, it's all of those things. It's a Thai drinks company.
Yeah.
Named after a water buffalo.
Yeah.
And it's sponsoring an English League Cup tournament. And now we know it as the Carabao Cup. Am I crazy to think this is a bit crazy? A Thai company.
Yeah.
It's the second oldest tournament in English football, in world football, the League Cup, English League Cup. It's a heritage tournament. It's not the important one.
it's quite massive. I think in England, they take it very seriously. You know,
I think it used to be like a youth cup, though. It used to be like where you play the youngsters.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Because the model around it's you have to like even play players that are usually not non-starters. You know,
not just goalkeepers,
not just
the whole squad,
not keeper,
just goalkeepers. Now.
Yeah, no. So I think it's quite a heritage for England, that cup, you know.
Look, compliments to Manchester City. They Pep Guardiola, the most successful manager in League Cup history. He has 5 League Cups, all to himself.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you Manchester City just have been dominant in English football in recent years. And in the Pep era, there's no one who can compare.
We saw that in the second half. You know, first half I think it was a bit cagey, and both teams had like got hold of the ball and had chances. But second half, City just leveled, just put it a notch above, you know, and they were just like not allowing Arsenal to play. You know, they were winning all the second balls and they took control of the midfield. They did not give Arsenal any chance. They were intercepting their play. City was just too good for Arsenal in the second half, and that's the City that we've got accustomed to in recent years. And I just wonder how much does this win now pushes them to do the same in the league and just go on and finish on a high, because, I mean, it's the first time Pep since the divorce has won the cup. It must mean something for the man.
It sounds like, I think you sound very hopeful. But I thought Ryan Shirky was excellent. Ryan Shirky is one of those characters where we saw it against Manchester United where he disappeared and Man United won that Manchester derby. And then in the League Cup final, first half, didn't really see much from the guy. Jeremy Doku looked like the player who was trying to make things happen as usual.
And Semenyo as well.
Anton Semenyo as well, also trying to make things happen. Then as the game starts to flow and it starts to suit Ryan Shirky, he comes alive, and then he's impossible to deal with when he comes alive.
Yeah, he's that midfield of him and Bernardo Silva being anchored by Rodri. It was just too much for Arsenal. They were just in control of that midfield. They were playing all the short passes. They were doing all the things that Arsenal couldn't answer.
Let alone Nico O'Reilly with the overlaps. Haaland pulls 2-3 defenders with him, and it leaves a gap at the back post. It's a very effective side that they have. I think Jeremy Doku looked like the player who was most likely to make things happen. Yeah. Then Ryan Shirky stepped up the second half and he really made things happen. I think the biggest thing was that watching that first half, I was like, Arsenal's going to win this game. Yeah. If it stays like this, Arsenal win this game. Yeah. Because if it stays cagey and stuff, Man City's going to have nothing going for them, because Man City need to make the game flow. Yeah. Whereas Arsenal, they're very happy to have a scrappy game.
Yeah, and I think that's where they lost the game, because they allow City to come at them. They sat back and wanted to absorb pressure, and I think they were hoping that they will catch City on a counter because City have been in the past, you know, City have been making like silly mistakes, and I think they were hoping they can pounce on those. And then City just kept on pressing and did not make any mistakes. And then once Arsenal start making mistakes, they pounced.
I know people are going to be critical of Kepa, especially because David Raya has proven himself to be one of the best goalkeepers in English football. Kepa's been playing in the Carabao Cup to be able to just get minutes, I suppose. Yeah. And because you've played in this tournament and you've got us here, it's only fair that you play.
Even the manager went out to say that it would have been unfair not to start him.
I agree. And I wouldn't want to criticize him too much in that fixture. However, my criticism seems to go out to Victor Gyökeres. They paid big money for that guy. I've been defending him week in, week out and saying he'll come good. And in recent weeks, he's been a lot better. Yeah,
he's actually looks like goals,
he's coming good. He looks like he suits the system. The game is working for him better, etc. I thought he was so poor in the Carabao Cup final.
Was he so poor, or Casanova was just too good?
No, I thought Gyökeres was so poor. Like, the thing is, he had 2 or 3 heavy touches where he's just sort of stampeding, running off the ball. I'm saying this, I think Haaland is the best number 9 in world football. he can have a heavy touch sometimes too, but he makes up for it.
Yeah.
And Gyökeres, he looked like he was just chasing shadows. Like he didn't know what to do. His ball control wasn't there. For a number 9 of his price tag and the quality that is required in Arsenal, your touch has to be better than that.
No, of course. No, I agree with
I
you.
don't know if the occasion got to him. I know he's been playing in Portugal, so he's never played in an occasion like an English Cup final. But I'd be really concerned about that. And you look at the quality that came into life in Arsenal's side when Gabriel Jesus joined the pitch. Of course, the midfield was gone by then.
Yeah.
And there was no midfield.
He tried some few things and almost you did results. Yeah.
Yeah. And you look at Arteta's tactics and you're like, well, he's playing 5 attackers. You know, it was a 4-1-5 at the end of the game. But what can you do? Right? It didn't work at all. It made it easier for City because there was no midfield. But the game was gone by then. And I just think that if Gyökeres had that extra bit of like world class to him, I think it could have
been
pushed,
better.
It could have pushed Arsenal towards that title.
Yeah, I suppose. But I think I tend to disagree a bit with you there. I think Kosanov was good defensively. I think the boy had pace and he was just like solid defensively. Even Nathan Ake, I think, coming to that centre back position, I think he did a stellar job. Even James Trafford, he made some critical saves.
A few good saves in the first half. Looked important.
I think overall, Arsenal, I mean, if you look at Trossard and Saka, I don't think they gave much. And I think maybe he should have maybe made that sacrifice a lot earlier. I think eventually he took out Trossard.
Yes, and he brought on Madueke was already on.
Yeah.
I think he brought on.
Yeah, I can't remember. But I mean, Saka, where was Saka the entire 90 minutes? You know, I think it's a player. It's another player that I think maybe in the second half we should have maybe sacrificed him a bit. You know, I mean, it was not going well in the second half for Arsenal. And yes, we can. I do agree with you that Gyökeres should have done better. But if you look at Saka and Trossard as well, I think they were also poor. I mean, Gabriel as well as a defender, I mean, there were, I think, 2 or 3 times that he had the ball and then you just loop it over back to City. I'm like, geez, you have
to retain the position better.
Try retain position, knock it around a little better on your half if needs be, but just throwing it back to City and think it's not City's not going to be back within 30 seconds. It's you're fooling yourself. Once you give them ball, if you give City the ball, they will come at you. You know, so I think there was a lot of like players that didn't really step up. You know, and Saliba did well, but it's. Again, Haaland was also a beast in that defense. He did not score, but he made your Saliba to work tirelessly. So yeah, it was just one of those games where I think the master outsmarted the student.
Yeah, that's true. The injury to Ruben Diaz just before the game, I think it was the day before.
Yeah.
Meant that Kusanov had to partner Nathan Ake in defense, and they handled it well. Like you said, they handled it well. There's a lot of good players in the City side, and this is a rebuild, and this is probably Pep's last rebuild.
I'm telling you, bro, I think City has got a gem in Kusanov. I'm telling you, that boy is gonna go to be one of the greats to ever played in Premier League. I think, bro, that boy is good technically, pace, his timing. You know, his positioning.
And don't forget Mark Gay, he's going to probably partner him for a lot of these Man City future. Yeah. And that looks like a good partnership,
Yeah, I wonder if Pep is going to sign, but let's see. Yeah.
Let's see.
Interesting. But what do you think, you know, and I see a lot of people are saying, it was just the Carabao Cup. But I think every cup means something, and I think Arsenal needed to win it as well.
Of course, they'll be bitterly disappointed to get to a final, and it's an important trophy.
Yeah, it is.
It's not anywhere near an FA Cup, but it's also not a charity shield.
Yeah, it's not a charity shield. You go through a lot to get to the final.
It's a good tournament. It's a good trophy, and you want to win it.
And it's rich in history as well.
Yeah, and I think that trophy saved Eric Ten Hag's job once as well. You know, it's an important trophy, and Arsenal are desperate for a trophy.
Yeah.
Mikel Arteta has made a few very good Arsenal sides in his time. Arsenal are a good side.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. Arsenal are a very good football team, and they've been a good football team for a few years now. Mikel Arteta's been there 6 years. He's come close to so many trophies, and he's won nothing in his time. This really would have helped to win this.
Definitely.
But in saying that, I think it's 4 wins, and Arsenal win the league. I know not mathematically, don't come at me. I'm just saying because City aren't going to win every game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. Yeah.
So it's like they only need to win 4. I don't think City win every game.
Yeah.
They don't win every single game. It's not going to happen.
I don't yeah, true. But the
Do you want me to go through the fixtures?
Yeah, look, I know next it's Chelsea, but Chelsea.
Chelsea. Hey, we'll talk about Chelsea in a second. But Man City's next game is Chelsea, whereas Arsenal's next game is Bournemouth. Look, nothing for granted in the Premier League. You know, Bournemouth and Chelsea can be equally difficult games.
Yeah, of course.
Then they play each other.
Especially this time of the season.
You know, then they play each other, which can be one of those losses for Arsenal, you know, away at City. Then Arsenal play Newcastle and City are away to Burnley. Okay. Arsenal then have to host Fulham and City have to travel to Everton.
Tough
game.
Yeah.
You don't see City automatically winning that. Then with 2 fixtures remaining, City still have to play Crystal Palace as well for the catch-up game.
The catch-up game, yes.
Then they're playing Brentford as well. And Arsenal have to play West Ham, who are in a relegation battle. They might have a bit of fight in them. Then Arsenal play Burnley, who I think will be relegated by then already. It will be done. And Manchester City have to travel to Bournemouth. We saw what happened to Manchester United there this week. And then Arsenal travel to Crystal Palace on the final day, and Manchester City have to host Aston Villa on the final day, and Aston Villa will probably be fighting for a Champions League spot.
Remember the last time City played Aston Villa in the final day? They went 2-0 up, and Liverpool, I thought, was it Liverpool? I thought they had it,
Yeah. So
but anyway,
this is, I don't see City winning all of those games. That's all I'm getting at.
And you see Arsenal winning all of their games?
No, that's what I'm saying. Arsenal just need to win 4 of those remaining games that I went through.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means that Arsenal have to win all but the game against City. And then they win the league, from what I've calculated here, from their remaining 7 fixtures. As long as they win 4 of them, they'll be fine. You know? So especially that game against City, of course, that's going to be key. You know, if they draw that one, it's huge for them. If they lose it, it's terrible for them. If they win it, it's great, you know. So that's going to be a key fixture. I agree. But you're telling me there's not 4 wins in that last run there for Arsenal? There's 4 wins in there.
No, there probably are.
So that's why I still think Arsenal will win the league. But I do think City will run it close.
Yeah,
I think it'll still be an exciting finish to the season.
Yeah, I was about to ask if you think the laws will have any impact on their league form. You know, do you think they'll dust themselves quickly and get back to it?
You never know, because I actually think that mentality is one of the biggest hindrances to Arsenal. I think there's something wrong with
a factor.
We saw it in the Carabao Cup final. Because the first half, I think that it was in their hands. And I don't know if it's Mikel Arteta can't motivate the players. He is a bit awkward. Like, what was that thing with the light bulb that he did? Remember that story? And then he got pickpockets to rob all the players to make them feel, it's very strange. Very strange stuff that he does to motivate the players.
Maybe he left the school before the mentality class was in.
The school of Pep Guardiola, trophy winning. He missed the semester that was actually how you win the trophies.
Yeah, he missed this.
So how you make a good football team, that he learned.
Yeah,
but how to win trophies, he skipped that course.
Yeah, he skipped. He left too early.
Someone graffitied his textbook. Because he doesn't know that one. Not yet, at least. Yeah, so in terms of the Premier League, big losses in the race for Europe. Liverpool. Chelsea. Okay, Aston Villa won theirs. Man United dropped some points.
Is Ernest Law still the manager?
I don't know for how long.
Because I read somewhere that by Monday morning,
you'll be gone.
Yeah, but anyway.
Look,
10 losses.
They're still in the Champions League.
But my God, 10 10 losses. This is Liverpool we're talking about.
And it's this Liverpool team.
10 losses.
After spending, what, £400 million? A championship.
He has to be the biggest failure.
Has to be, because you've just won the league and you spent £400 million. Are the players letting him down? Because Liverpool don't have a mentality issue like Arsenal, surely.
I don't know. I don't know where Liverpool is getting it wrong.
I can tell you where Chelsea's getting it wrong.
Yeah.
Chelsea have been outrun in every single one of their 31 Premier League games this season.
What?
Every single one of their 31 Premier League games this season, they have been outrun by the opposition.
But there was a clip that I saw of Palmer outpaced.
These Chelsea players, and the scariest thing about that is there's certain sides that their style of football means they get outrun.
Yeah.
You know, they do less running. Maybe they sit a bit deeper and they pass the ball around a lot. Of course, the opposition's going to run more kilometers than you. But if in this league, if you're not going to work hard and outrun and run yourself through the floor, you're not going to win football matches week in, week out.
No.
You're not going. It doesn't matter how much quality you've got. Because there's a lot of quality on the other side of the pitch. No matter who you're playing, Leeds, Brentford, West Ham, Wolves, Burnley, there's quality on the other side of the pitch from you. And if they're going to try harder, they're going to get points off of you.
Yeah.
Might not be every week, but you're going to drop points if you're not working harder than the opposition, at least sometimes. Every single game of the 31 games this season, they've been outrun by the opposition in one of the youngest teams in the Premier League. So you can't say, but the guy's 36. That's why he's not right. They've got a young team. The whole team's young. Why aren't they putting in the effort? What's wrong with those Chelsea players?
Yeah. Flipping hell.
If you just put in the effort, where could Chelsea be? Because if you've been outrun every single game for 31 games and you still have 48 points.
Imagine if you
put in the effort.
Yeah.
You're telling me you couldn't turn that 48 points into the 70 points Arsenal have?
Probably would. I
look at the Chelsea's squad. You look at the starting 11. You look at players like Reece James, João Pedro, Enzo Fernandez. You go through that squad, and for me,
there's quality there.
There's quality in that team. That's one of the best teams in the Premier League. Player by player, when you look at Reece James, Cucurella, and then maybe the two centre-backs aren't the greatest and the goalkeeper is not stupendous. But I think you look at like Cole Palmer, João Pedro, and the likes. There's a lot of quality players there, and they're young enough to put in the effort and win football matches, and they just simply aren't. And that's why they're dropping points at the moment, and they could find themselves out of the Champions League completely. And they might be fighting with Brentford
for
and
number
Everton
6
and Fulham for a Europa League spot.
Yeah. It's crazy.
These are the Club World Cup champions.
Yeah.
It's not good enough.
And again, also, changing managers mid-season also, it's not easy.
Yeah, and that was also a strange one because it wasn't about results on the pitch. That was the owners of the club not getting along with the manager, which seemed to be a little bit of a Ruben Amorim issue as well, where, yes, the results weren't good, but it was more like...
But Maresca was not consistent, but he was better.
Yeah, I worry about this Liam Rossinha.
Yeah, I don't think
he's on a long contract.
Yeah, I don't think he's cut out. Look, I think there's a clause that if it doesn't work out, you just go back there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You just go back there. You're still signed by the same...
It's crazy.
The same ownership, yeah. So, sure, this Chelsea's not the side that worked hard and fought for everything with John Terry and Frank Lampard and Didier Drogba in the side and Michael Essien and the sorts, And what a Moises Caicedo, surely they should be putting in better running numbers when you've got that sort of quality. Anyway, so Manchester United's draw on Friday night against Bournemouth doesn't look like such a bad result when their closest rivals, bar Aston Villa, dropped even more points. Manchester United slowly creeping into a top 4 or top 5 at least.
Yeah.
And
I think they're guaranteed Champions League next season.
I think so. I think they're going to finish at least 5th.
Yeah.
And that's Champions League.
Yeah. Carrick has done well.
I think so. I think he's done a good job. And if they do finish in the Champions League and they look like they're playing good football and they look like they believe in the Carrick system, I think he should be the favorite for the job next season.
Yeah, definitely.
On the bottom of the table, however, there's only one story to be told. Tottenham Hotspur losing to fellow relegation stragglers Nottingham Forest. There's no one more upset about this result than Lali Musuphi.
Yeah, bro. I don't like Forest, bro.
Forest must go. And Spurs, now you're letting Forest beat you 3-0.
Yo, but Spurs, bro. What's going on? I think they're going to be in trouble.
They're in free fall. That's the concern. Because it's like this team's too good to get relegated. We know that, right? Too good. The players are too good. Everything's too good at Tottenham. They're too big a side to get relegated. But when you're in free fall like this, when it's going like this,
it's difficult to turn things around.
Oh, it's difficult to turn things around. In this league, in a league of this quality, the last time Spurs won a football match was 2025.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
And I think they've only got 2 points all of 2026.
Sure. Yeah, no. Like I said, imagine a world where Arsenal lift the league and Spurs get relegated.
That is the worst nightmare for a Spurs fan. It's for Arsenal to win the league the same season you get relegated.
Yeah, you will hate you will hate yourself as a Spurs fan.
I think we should be saying sorry, mate, to a certain Australian manager.
Yeah.
Because maybe he wasn't the problem.
No, he wasn't the problem.
And Nottingham Forest, he might not have been the problem there either.
Yeah. Look, Daniel Levy's gone, eh?
Daniel Levy's gone. Yeah. And maybe if he was still there, things would be better.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe he carried that team to the success they've had in recent years.
Yeah. Yeah, they might find themselves playing in Championship. Hey, talking about Championship. Yes, Coventry.
Yes, under Frank Lampard.
Frank Lampard is doing big things there. I think they're 3 wins away from getting crowned champions.
No, from promotion.
From promotion.
From automatic promotion. Yeah. No, it's an amazing job. And they're going to get promoted because their nearest rivals, Middlesbrough, are quite far behind, 9 points behind. And then you've got Ipswich Town, who are 12 points behind, or 11 points behind, which means they'd have to drop a whole bunch of points and lose 2 positions because the top 2 obviously get promoted.
Yes.
And then force themselves to playoffs. But I think they're going to get through and they're more than likely going to win the championship. Yeah,
no. I'm happy for Frank Lampard. I think, look, he's always been like that well-mannered player, good shoulder above his head. And when things didn't go well for him at Chelsea and all of that, when he was getting all those losses, it felt like maybe his managerial career will never kick off. To see him, going into the trenches and fighting and actually getting to a position where he promotes this team, I think.
Yeah, I think Chelsea was too big a job for Frank Lampard
at that time.
I think maybe with more experience, he'll be able to take a job like the Chelsea job. But right now, he showed great success with Derby County when he was the manager there, and now he's doing really well with Coventry. So, yeah, I wish him well. He's a player I've got affection for, even though he was a Chelsea player. And
there's just those players that you can't hate.
Yeah, he's one of those. He's far more likable than a John Terry, for example, who I think John Terry is a great player, but not very likable.
No, he's not.
No, not at all.
No, John Terry's not.
Unless you're a Chelsea fan, I don't think you like John Terry very much. But yeah, Frank Lampard, very likable guy. I wish him all the success in the world there with Coventry, and it would be cool to see Coventry City. It's been a long time since they've been
25 years.
Been a top league outfit.
Yeah.
So Middlesbrough's another team that I really like. I hope they get promoted. I'd love to see. It feels like vintage Barclays Premier League is Sunderland, Middlesbrough, and the likes in the Premier League. And now all we need is Bolton Wanderers and Birmingham City back, and that'll be fun.
Days, eh?
Those were the days.
Who played for Bolton Wanderers? I think Sean Butler from South Africa played for Bolton Wanderers, and
Charlton Athletic.
I think that was
Sean Bartlett played for Charlton.
Charlton.
You know what? Tell us in the comments who did all the Bafana stars play for in the Premier League.
But there's a player who played for Bolton
like Stephen Pienaar and Everton, for example, etc. Who did Mark Fish play for?
Charlton and Lazio.
And Lazio.
Yeah. I think,
Right.
yes.
Hey, look, leave it in the comments. Be sure to engage. And yeah, last thing to touch on, Madrid derby.
Yeah, and before maybe Madrid derby, what do you think of the CAF decision to overturn that?
Why are we even talking about that?
It's crazy, eh?
Such a bad decision. I complained about the day, the officiating on the day.
Yeah.
I complained about that. But if you're not going to sort it out on the day, why are you waiting
2 months?
2 months, 3 months? Are you insane?
Yeah.
What's wrong with them?
It's crazy.
What's going on? Just leave it. It's done now.
No, they should have.
And
now they've created a perception that they're biased.
They had CAF officials at the CAF Champions League final.
Yeah.
Why are you leaving it to the referee to decide what happens when the guys walk off the pitch? You should have gone, when everyone walked off the pitch, you should have gone down there and said, hey, take your penalty.
Yeah.
If there's no goalkeeper, there's no goalkeeper. And if he wants to leave the pitch, take the penalty. Then I would have been like, fair play. Well done, Morocco. You deserve it because these guys are walking off the pitch against the ref because they're unhappy with the decision.
Yeah.
Take your penalty. You were given a penalty. Take the penalty with no goalkeeper there.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone except Senegal would have been upset with that decision.
Yeah, because their players walked off.
But now the whole world is upset with all of it.
Yeah, because, I mean, they allowed the referee to finish the game, which is good for football. A referee should end the game.
And the worst part of all of this is that I think that African football was just starting to get more appreciation from the global football. And this has just ruined the reputation of African football. Completely. Yeah. African football looks silly now. It looks like, well, those guys don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And that's sad.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
That's really sad.
I don't know if the CAF president's going to become president of South Africa. That's a story for another day.
Yeah. Look, I think he's gunning for the bigger position. I think he wants to be FIFA president.
Is that a bigger president than the president of South Africa?
In a contest of
the
power.
ANC?
Nah, there's US presidency. That's the best office in the world.
And then FIFA second.
And FIFA second. In terms of influence, of course.
In terms of influence. Yeah, you can give peace prizes to the one and the other.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
I mean, there's lots we can discuss. I think next week we'll have a little bit of a chat about the international football scene, especially with like Iran trying to move their fixtures to Mexico, for example, which I think is a great idea.
I think so.
Iran's fixtures.
Look, I think it would have been fair if they want to play and not play because of the whatever it's happening between them and America.
But just, if they get prepared to play their games, all of their games in Mexico, take all of their fixtures away from the US, that makes complete sense.
What happens if they reach for final? And
the final must be played, move it to Mexico.
It's crazy.
Tired of America. Look, Iran's not making a final of
No, they're not.
Let's be honest. But, if they're lucky if they get out of the group stages.
Yeah. Atletico Madrid.
Madrid derby.
Yeah.
Valverde, great player. I can talk about Valverde for days. That's why he can play any position on the pitch, is because he's just that good. He's got a great football brain. He's got pace. He's got skill. He's got ability. He can shoot. He's got everything. Yep. Valverde is one of the best players in world football right now.
Definitely.
And I would be throwing, depending how Uruguay do in this World Cup, because it's World Cup year and Ballon d'Or is going to depend on World Cup.
Are you talking about Ballon d'Or?
Ballon d'Or. Valverde.
Wow.
The way I feel right now, give the boy the Ballon d'Or.
If they win Champions League, they win La Liga, he's definitely in contention. If
Manchester United qualify for Champions League and Portugal win the World Cup, just give it to Bruno Fernandes.
There's still Bruno.
Just give everything to Bruno.
Yeah, no, because the World Cup is going to Portugal this year, if not South Africa.
Come on, let's just see Messi and Ronaldo play it off with each other in the final in America.
I don't want. I'm so off at them, mate.
Yeah, let's just say goodbye. Yeah. This is the way to say goodbye. Let's have Messi against Ronaldo in the World Cup final.
Let them play group stages and go.
Okay, if Portugal and Argentina play each other in the final, and then Ronaldo and Messi can sit on the bench screaming orders.
Yeah. Well, we know who does that best.
Ronaldo does that well.
Yeah.
They won a trophy the last time that happened.
That happened, yeah.
But that Valverde red card.
Yeah.
Barely a free kick to me.
Yeah.
Barely a free kick.
It was not even.
What's going on?
Why is it that Madrid derby is never short of drama? It's just crazy. It's like the ref also enjoys the drama there.
I think he also enjoys a bit of Barcelona money.
Never know, actually.
There's a lot of evidence of this. Yeah. Well, Barcelona, they got into trouble for paying referees already a while ago. That specific referee might have received some money from Barcelona. And you're look, it's not, if there's rumors of you receiving money as bribery as a referee, as an official, it's not going to help those rumors if you're giving red cards like that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, that didn't even look like a foul to me.
Barely a foul. If you gave a free kick, I'd have been like,
let alone a straight red.
Straight red.
That's crazy.
No, unbelievable.
Well, at least they won, but they've got maybe that red card will be rescinded.
Real Madrid will have to hope because Valverde is an important player to them.
That's what I'm saying.
I think if he's suspended for 3 games, like a straight red card
it looks like
then Barcelona are going to win the league.
Yeah. Now it's starting to sound like people who are saying Pirates won 6-0 because they have to catch up with their goals.
Orlando Pirates won 6-0 on goal difference because of match fixing. Is a rumor being spread by Mamelodi Sundowns fans.
Nah, and there's no such thing. But anyway, when what's the crazy thing is like when Pirates get 6 against, like there was a time when Pirates got like 6-0 from Mamelodi Sundowns. It was never fixed. When Pirates lost to SuperSport, I think it was 6-1 as well. It's never fixed. But yeah, when they hand other teams heavy defeats, now we start to hear stories. There's no such thing, man. Pirates won fair and square, and
that's the way football goes.
Yeah.
When the goals start flowing, they don't stop flowing. That's how it works.
We've seen it with Manchester United against Arsenal, Manchester United against City. It happens in football.
That happens. You'll get thumped.
Yeah.
Here and there, you're gonna get thumped.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about TS Galaxy's money troubles.
Yeah.
But just now that
you're not making it any better for this for the narrative.
Hey, it's an exciting narrative.
Yeah.
But anyway, congratulations on your Carabao Cup. I really hope for you. I know I'm a Kaizer Chiefs fan, but I hope for you that you're celebrating a Betway Premiership title this season as well. Because I don't think City have another Premier League title this year.
Yeah,
we discussed that.
To be tough.
It's going to be tough.
If it comes, Arsenal would have handed it to them.
Exactly. That's the thing. Arsenal, we talk about bottle job Arsenal.
Yeah.
But this is a big bottle job. This is a big throwaway.
Now they've opened the factory.
Yeah. Well,
let's see.
Carabao. Carabao beer bottles.
Yeah. They started.
Yeah. So, I wish you all the best for that one. Betway Premiership. And even as a Kaizer Chiefs fan, I actually wish Sundowns the best in the CAF Champions League. And I hope they go on and win it.
Still going to talk about it.
Because, we want William Cardoso to still have a job. We don't want people just getting fired for no reason.
Hey, man. Yeah, if he doesn't bring one home, he's in trouble.
If it has to be at least the league or the CAF Champions League.
Yeah.
He might need both to keep his job.
Yeah.
The league might not be enough this time around.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Anyway, Lali.
Before I go.
Yes.
When Rooney, South Africa 2010 was the best World Cup ever.
Oh, I have an opinion on that quickly before we go. I think I get where he's coming from.
Okay.
In the sense that I think he's spent a lot of time in Europe where they have a walking culture, where there's people in the streets.
Yeah.
Johannesburg, for example, we don't have people in the streets here. It's too busy. It's highways. It's this, it's that. We don't really have people just in the streets in the same walking culture. Like Joburg's a huge city. It's spread out. If you need to get from Boksburg to, it's far. You're not walking that. No one's walking that, you know? So I think that's maybe where he didn't feel that energy that you feel in other countries for the context of things.
Had England went far enough to the World Cup, would have felt it. They left too early.
Yeah. Yeah, that's their own fault that they left so early.
Yeah, they should do better. Get to the final, we'll see the vibe.
Yeah, but every game was sold out, so I don't get it. Because at the stadium, and also that's the other thing is that you didn't have fans singing songs and stuff like that because of vuvuzelas. That's like all you heard.
Yeah,
that was the theme.
It's a different culture.
It's a different culture.
Yeah, you can't say it's the worst.
Yeah,
when the rest of the people who study data and all of that say
Qatar.
It was one of the best.
Qatar.
What was that?
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, South Africa.
Yeah, nice.
The first World Cup in Africa.
Nice, crazy.
The only World Cup to ever be played on the African continent.
Yeah.
With all that this continent has done for football.
Bro.
And you're giving it.
Some people even got
the worst.
Some people even got married thereafter. After the World Cup, they met their wives here.
Hey, come on, Wayne. Nah. Anyway, like I said, that can be my only reason for it is that he didn't feel the vibe out and about in the streets.
Then he's narrow-minded if that's the case.
Your camp was closed off. You had security, whatever. You guys weren't just walking the streets as if it was a tournament in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Every other car, you could see it as a flag. It was just, the mood was just crazy.
Yeah.
He's just mad, man.
Yeah, he's just jealous.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, okay. Thanks, Lali.
Danko.
Danko means thank you. I'm Marco Martins.
I'm Mulalo Musuphi.
And this is Black and White Boots. Danko.